Unscripted, unshackled, uncouth.
What you're about to hear is for more mature audiences only.
It's Miguel and Holly, Uncensored.
Hello, and welcome to Miguel and Holly Uncensored. This is our off-air podcast that we do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can also hear Miguel and Holly Uncensored Sunday sessions. On Sundays, we each do individual podcasts, but make sure to listen to our other podcasts like Miguel and Holly Full Show, Miguel and Holly Queen City Confessions, Miguel and Holly's Blown Off, and make sure to review it wherever you listen. If there's a opportunity to do it, please leave us a review. It really helps out the podcast. So I was going to talk about politics today.
Oh,
but I decided let's talk to my mom because we need
way better.
Yeah. It's just I've been trying to not go deep into a lot of the things that have been happening politically. But as I was reading about this plane that Trump is about to be gifted, I was just like,
wait,
But
but why
there's no
don't you want to
rules.
talk about it?
there's no rules anymore. It's fine.
well, yeah, that. It's just the hypocrisy is just so insane to me. That's
Oh, yes.
Like, what reality are we truly
Because he'd be
living
talking
in?
shit if Biden got gifted a plane.
But that's the thing. When Biden was in office, I feel like not that many people were like, well, Trump. Like, I just wanted to get that man's name out of my mouth. Like, I don't
Right.
want to see him. I don't think about him. Like, if Biden did some stupid shit, I'd be like, well, that was stupid shit from Biden. But like, why? I don't. I actually have pulled back totally because I was like, oh no, we're talking politics because I don't even know what's going on. Except for the plane. I did see that come across. I get notifications from the New York Times and from the Associated Press. So I get breaking news. And sometimes I'm like, what the, I got time.
Yeah.
Because
So
I
just-
haven't been keeping. I haven't even been keeping up with my Heather Cox Richardson emails, which is really a shame.
It's a lot. I mean, if you're curious, I would say just Google Trump plane gift. It is just it's almost so crazy that it's funny because it's
well,
like,
yes.
can you imagine Obama being like, hey guys, so Iraq just gifted me a plane for $400 million, but we really can't outfit it to be Air Force One until I'm about to leave office. So technically it won't be the American people's. It's going to be mine, but it's a gift, but it won't influence any of my decisions. But it's cool, right? Okay. He wore a tan suit and people lost their mind.
Pantsuit.
So
Hunter
anyway,
Biden's laptop.
her emails.
The emails.
Well, I think there was something on the laptop.
Maybe
Her
there was-
emails.
It was
I
his.
don't even know.
Her
Yeah, I think it
emails.
was Dicks Out. Was
Yeah.
on there.
Oh.
Yeah. We all saw that video.
Oh
I sent it to you. You just don't remember.
no.
I did. Not me. I said I don't want to see
No,
my
yeah.
dicks.
Holly was like,
thank
no,
you.
don't show it to
Please
No,
don't.
I didn't see it.
Plausible
I definitely
deniability,
showed it
thank
to you,
you.
Miguel.
No, I didn't
Don't-
see it.
Yes,
No,
you did.
no, you
Yes,
nasty. I did not
I
see
did
Yes,
that.
yes, but you did
Yes,
see
Yeah,
it.
you
Don't
didn't. You
act.
nasty.
Because
You
every
so
time I see
nasty.
something nasty, you're the first one to react. Let me
There
see
you
it.
go. See it.
All right, let's call my mom.
All right, cool.
Wait, what are we talking about?
We got to get the drama. We were so enthralled with this relationship. We haven't gotten the drama in her retirement community
Oh.
because there's always something going down.
Hello.
Hi, Mom. It's Miguel, Holly, and Kelvin.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hey. Hey, Holly.
Hey,
Hey,
how you
Kelvin.
doing?
How y'all doing?
Hey, Kelvin.
Hi, Miss Angela. How you doing?
Hey, Kelvin.
Hi, Miss Angela. How you doing?
Oh, how many times are we going to go in the circles?
Keep going.
Mom, what are you doing?
I was asleep, but you just woke me up. So
Oh.
Oh,
I love that.
that's that retirement life.
Yes, I'm so jealous.
Actually, I was just
man.
talking
What?
to my mother-in-law the other day on Mother's Day, and she has officially about to retire. And I was like, what do you plan on doing in your free time? You gonna get a hobby? She was like, nothing. I'll walk.
Oh.
I'm telling you, that's it. That's it. You don't want to do nothing. I mean, it's just like so special because I used to hate Sundays because I knew what was coming the next day, back to work.
Mm,
Now I embrace it
I bet you
every
do.
day. The
Every
maintenance
day's
guy came up the other day.
every day.
Came
I
up.
feel like every day's Friday for you.
Well, look, that's what I was just about to say. The maintenance guy came up Friday, and he said, "Oh, thank God it's Friday." I said, "Dude, every day is Friday for me."
Mhm. That's right.
Love that.
That's
Sounds delightful.
retirement life. Well, Mom, we wanted
Yeah.
to sort of get the download on the drama because you always allude to living in this 55 plus community and that there's always crazy people or it's just things happening in your apartment. Like, who are these characters that you keep alluding to?
Oh, let me go in my room and close my door.
Why?
Why?
They might be walking down the hall and hear me.
Oh,
You have your
Oh.
door wide open?
do they just be listening like that?
No, I don't know. I don't put nothing past these crazy old folks up here, man. And the thing about it is, it's not an old retirement center. It's a 55 plus.
Right.
Right.
But you got a few old ones, and the old ones is the one that keep up all the shit.
Oh,
I do, you know, I that doesn't surprise me. Weirdly, that does not surprise me. These, I understand.
what are they
Yeah.
doing?
Okay,
She's got to get
you
in her
got.
room.
I'm in here.
Okay, okay.
All right, we're
Um.
what's happening over at the 55 plus?
Okay, you got this one. She's a real fucking bully.
Oh,
Um. She's a bully and everything else, and she's ugly. I'm Shut up, Kelvin. I think that's why she act like that because she knows she ugly. But her
Oh.
attitude is ugly. That's what really make her ugly.
what sort of
She,
attitude does she
Yeah.
have?
but she don't mess with me. I shouldn't have said
Oh.
F with me. But she don't mess. She's always nice to me. When I see her, okay, this one day had just got off the elevator, and actually she lives on my floor. I had just got off the elevator, and she was coming down the hall to get on the elevator. And she was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a while." I'm like, "We ain't friends, bitch. I don't know you." But anyway, she she said, "Oh, good. Have you heard about this insurance they got? They give you so much money a month where you can buy whatever you want." I said, "No." I said, "But I'm good." She said, "Let me show you. Let me show you. It's right here on the elevator." I'm like, "Oh, this bitch, huh?" So I get on the elevator with her. She's showing me the sign. She started talking, the elevator going back down to the lobby again. And she's talking, and then this other older lady get on the elevator. And she say, there's a bunch of nosy old bitches up here. They always asking me, where am I going all the time? I told them I'm going to suck dick. I'm like, oh my fucking goodness. No, this bitch didn't just say this in front of this little old lady. I was embarrassed. Usually I don't get embarrassed. It pissed me off too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, okay, I got some questions. The bully lady with the mouth. How old is she about?
Mhm. Shit, ugly she is. She look like she about 69
Okay.
or 70. She
Okay.
might be about 50.
Oh. So somewhere
55.
between
She
50 and
might be.
70. Got it. So
I'm
and
just
the
saying. Well, she got to be 55. Oh, she
Right.
got to be
well,
50.
right.
Mhm.
Just say it.
So and how older was that? Oh, you said an older lady. So this like somebody maybe in her 80s that got on the elevator?
Yeah, right, right.
Oh,
She like in her 80s.
so she's not holding her mouth, her tongue and having respect for her elders that shouldn't be hearing stuff like that in an elevator. And what did the older lady say, Mom?
She didn't say nothing. She just looked down. I was so embarrassed for her.
Hmm.
And it pissed me off. I'm like, don't you have any manners or respect for people?
Right.
No, clearly
And
not.
then
Yeah, you could say that in your house, obviously, but not
Or
in a
friends.
public place or a
No.
friend that you
Right.
know very well.
Right, because these people here, they think I'm just so nice and sweet. All of them, talk to me. That's what my friend upstairs say. Sharon said. She say, "Dang, you know everybody on your floor and other floors. Everybody know you." I said, "No, I'm just nice. I just speak to people. But I don't partake in that disrespecting elderly people."
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. So have you had any more interactions with the foul mouth woman?
I saw the other. Every time I come out my door, what I do, I listen to my Ring doorbell camera to try to hear if anybody going up and down the hall. Then if I don't hear anything, I come out the door and damn, what happened to Jennifer Lopez?
Mom, pay attention.
Okay, I'm
Stop
sorry.
watching the
She's
TV.
Rick.
I'm sorry. Damn, Jennifer Lopez, somebody done punched her in the face.
She wasn't Mexican. She's Puerto Rican.
Her nose, she got some kind of injury.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna
Is
look
this
it up.
breaking news? Is this
I don't
breaking
know.
entertainment
I'm gonna
news?
look it up.
All right. Well, they're
I
on the
don't know.
case that Holly or Kelvin will figure out what's happening.
Mm.
But
Okay.
tell us
Oh
about
my
I forgot
God,
what was
you're
I
not
saying.
wrong.
what happened.
Oh my God, Jennifer Lopez ices painful looking facial wound. God bless it, these freaking ads. Ice's painful looking facial wound sustained during AMA rehearsals.
Oh.
So this happened. Keep in mind, she's hosting the American Music Awards. Oh my God, she does look busted up.
Oh.
I'm trying to look like somebody that punched her. What's his name? What's her husband's name?
Well, she's not married.
No,
no
she's
more.
not
Which
married.
one,
They're
girl?
I
not
know which
married.
one.
Ben Affleck.
I know, right?
Ben
I
Affleck.
know, right? Well, we can count one of them out because we know what one of them is for sure.
Oh, yeah. Jail. In a trial right now, actually.
That's
Stop
right.
out there.
Yeah. I
Yep.
was like, who? Oh,
Mhm.
look at
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know what happened. Just
Is she trying to do all them flips and tricks and stuff?
Oh my gosh, she had to get stitches.
Oh my gosh. Remember when she
Oh,
was
she had to
in
get stitches?
That's what they said. It said, let's see. In a subsequent Instagram story, she revealed that Dr. Diamond had stitched her up, noting a week later and a whole lot of ice, I'm good as new.
See, remember her and Shakira did the Super Bowl right before the pandemic and she was on that pole. She's trying to do them pole tricks, girl.
But she's hosting. She doesn't need to be doing all that.
Right.
But it's J-Lo. You know she's gonna do the most.
Yeah, a big show opening.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna do a whole
trying to be like what's Mission Impossible man name?
Tom
Cruise
Cruise.
doing all her
Tom
own stunts.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're right.
I'm gonna need Tom
Right.
Cruise to sit down. Like, we got it. You do your stunts.
Yeah.
Stop.
Right.
Wow.
So Mom, what was the other interaction with foul mouth lady?
Oh, nothing. It's just she whenever she see me, she always wants to talk to me, and she is like really really nice to me when she see me.
Okay, well that's good.
But well, I can go there too now. But
Hello.
okay, I got to turn my TV off.
Girl, she is turn that TV off.
It's interesting. I don't know.
I know, right?
Mhm.
Like I told Miguel, I said, that's how I find out if I need to go out my door. Yeah, that crazy bitch might be on there. Got the hall barricaded or something. And I walk out the door.
Oh, good. Well, before we let you go, Mom, have there been any attractive looking older gentlemen or people around your age that you've come across
Hell
since you've
no.
been? Oh,
Have
No.
you tried Hinge?
No. Oh, no. No. What would be, I'm coming to Charlotte to give. Oh, yeah, speaking of that, Sharon and I, we're going to take a day trip and come to Charlotte.
When?
Oh. Yeah, when you coming?
When you going, Holly?
I'll be honest with you. I will probably not be there till September.
Oh, well, it'll be way before then.
Okay.
It's gonna be after I come back from Colorado.
When's
When
that?
are you going to Colorado?
The end of this month.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
30th.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
good.
I'll
The
be here.
30th.
All right.
Yeah, and I was gonna say
You better
they-
be,
they
Kevin.
don't-
You better be.
I won't be here for Memorial Day weekend, but I will be here for the end of the month. Yes.
No, she's going to Colorado
Okay.
at the end of the month.
Mm.
Oh, she said
Where you
she's-
going, Kevin?
I'm going to Virginia to visit some friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I just got to tell y'all this before I get off the phone.
Uh-huh.
I went to my great granddaughter award ceremony yesterday.
Oh.
I am so freaking proud of her. She's in the first grade. She got 3 certificates, 2 medals. Oh my God, I'm just so proud of her.
That is so special.
Aw.
Wait, no, whose daughter
She
is
got
this?
Shakari.
Oh, Shikari's daughter. Okay, got it.
Mhm. That's my
Oh,
brother's daughter's
Right.
daughter.
I'm sorry. I still have a
Mhm.
hard time realizing that Shikari is grown with children. I can't
Mhm.
because when I
know.
met what
No, I was just about to say you say that all the time.
I
Mhm.
know it's just but like it's frozen in time for me. It's just really hard. I
No.
can't.
It's true. Even when my niece Shikari shared on her Instagram for Mother's Day a picture of her with her mom, and I'm like, oh, that's the Shikari in my brain that I remember her being this tiny little baby with her mom in the late 90s. And I'm like, that's what I remember. So when I see her as an adult, I'm like, that who is this woman? This is not no, you're a little baby. No, this is not
Time
real.
is weird when it comes to like when you meet children as children or whatever.
Mhm.
So anyway,
Right.
Well, Mom, thank you
Yeah,
for
but she got hold up. She got the principal's honor roll certificate. She got the A and B honor roll certificate. She got the she got it covered up. I can't remember. Anyway, she got 2 medals
got it.
that's
and
awesome.
she's in the and she's in the gifted program.
Mm.
Love
Ooh.
that.
Yeah, that's really
Wow.
cool. Congratulations.
That's awesome. Sounds like all the awards I used to
Awesome.
get back in the day when I was in
Oh,
school.
my
Exactly.
God.
Mhm.
It reminds me of you.
I mean, I didn't get any academic awards. Mine was always for like best attitude and like best attendance
Best
and
attendance.
best
Yeah.
helper,
Class
teacher's pet.
clown.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Class clown.
yes, I was the class clown a lot until middle
The one
school.
that never shut up talking.
This is true.
Well,
Oh,
and look
wow.
what he's done with it. Very nice. Very
Did
nice.
you poop
I
on
know,
yourself?
right?
All right. Thank you, Mom. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you. You all too.
All right.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So she's your brother's
Daughter.
Daughter's
daughter's
daughter.
daughter. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. I heard daughter's daughter's daughter. I was like,
No.
is that
Mm-mm.
great great grandmother?
Too much.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Ugh.
Love that.
That is
Oh,
so
proud
crazy.
grandma.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. Aw. I hear that being a grandma is just better than being a mom.
Because you ain't
That's what
got to
all the
worry about.
grandmas always say. They're
Mhm.
like, oh, you have no idea. And I think it's because you have all of the joy with none of the hard times.
Yes.
Right.
So
Well, because I feel like just sort of like the relationship I had with my grandmother, where, you know, my mom was the person that I would go head to head with all the time. And she was the one that would be like, no.
right.
there-
Well, they have to set the rules.
Right. And I think there was only one time that I remember my grandmother saying no to me for something. And looking back, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why she did it. But otherwise, it was always like, whatever you want. And I was just thinking the other day, I was listening to this super, super, super interesting podcast about siblings. It's from the New York Times called The Daily.
Mhm.
And they were saying that your children's success, a lot of times, if they're siblings, it's not based on what the parents do to try to get their child to be successful. It's more so based on their siblings. And how they have like the sibling effect. Like if you have an older child, because usually what happens if you have more than one kid, for their first child, you spend so much time and energy and money on them. And so then what happens a lot of time is the younger kids, you don't have time for them, but the older kid will sort of like look back and be like, well, let me help you with this, and sort of like bring them up and whatnot. And so since I didn't have that, even though I have an older brother, my grandmother was that person. But that got me thinking about nature versus nurture and how so much of my personality is sort of split between my mom and my grandmother. And so that's why I think it's so cool that my brother's daughter is so close to my mom, and they're always like, oh, we're going on a road trip together, or we're doing this together. And I'm like, I'm so cool that that cycle just continues.
I was always glad for that too, because it seems like they have a really good bond.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
So that's all I got. What y'all got?
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't tell us to plan anything. What time? What day is it? Wednesday.
Holly's like, what's going on? I mean, if
what
that's
is
all.
going on? I'm getting my solar panels on my roof today,
Oh,
which will be bringing to an end the now nearly 6-month saga of Holly gets a roof. So that's
now,
fun.
Are you suing the past company?
I don't know. That's where I'm at right now, is with the big I don't know. Because to catch you up quick if you missed it, like I have water damage in my house because my original solar panel company delayed on removing the solar panels so that the roofing company could replace the roof. And so they were in breach of contract for that, which there's no question about that whatsoever. They fully were in breach of contract that we both agreed to. The problem is, and I have an attorney, so the problem is he's been in communication with the solar panel company, and they're of course trying to be like, well, we need to come out and see if it was the solar panel's fault that you had the water damage. And I'm like, no, I never said it was the fault of the solar panels that I had water damage. It was your delay. And so then they sent another big email about how they need this kind of photo and that, and they need to see about the solar panels causing it. And they addressed the delay in one sentence. They're like, well, it's not our fault that there was a delay. We were waiting on permits from the city. That's not true. Not only is that not true, and I just know it because like I have a couple texts that allude to the fact that even by mid-March, they had not applied for a permit. There was a whole news story done, I think on News Channel 8 here in Tampa, about a man who had like the reporters like Better Call Bankin or something like that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking
I know
about?
you're talking about. Yeah, she's like the investigative reporter.
She did a whole investigative report into the company, my company, from this man who went through the almost exact same thing, but they actually took the panels off of his roof and just never put them back on. And he's like, I got these panels sitting here. So she did a whole investigation into Sunrun, which is the company. And apparently, she's like, they kept giving him some line about having been waiting for a permit. And she's like, I checked. They've never applied for a permit. And I'm like, so there's that. Like, it's my same company. I even emailed that lady and I was like, damn, I have a similar story. I'm like, I'm not asking for anything from you. I just want to let you know that I'm also dealing with that in the same area.
Can I just say really quick as a quick caveat, that is why fucking local news is so important, because NBC Nightly News, David Muir is not going to fly down to St. Pete to check the city records.
Right.
That's why local news is so freaking important for shit like that. I love that they did that.
Yeah, I know, me too. Because when I saw, it was actually a fan member that sent it to me. I'm going to see if I can find her. Tiana had sent it to me, and she was like, hey, sends me the story. She's like, is this a company you use? And I was like, yes, it is. And she's like, oh no, I was just kind of joking around. I'm like, no, I'm going to sue the shit out of them. So I fully wanted to sue the shit out of these people. However, here's where I'm stuck, right? So I want to be suing them for like around $4,600. It's not that much. It would be small claims court, because all I want them to do is pay for the water damage that their delay caused me. Well, I had the lawyer. He sent a demand letter and everything else. He's like, if you want to go forward in small claims court, our cost is $2,000. And I was like, I like this lawyer a lot, by the way.
Right.
And it's not his fault. Like, he's just trying to get paid, right?
Yeah,
he could be charging me more than that, because like you pay by the hour. But he's like, flat fee, $2,000. I'll do the whole thing. I was like, shit. Because do I pay him to, and by the way, he read through the agreement. Even if we win and they say, yep, we'll pay the $4,600, they won't cover my attorney's fees. So that's still $2,000 I got to come out of pocket.
Right.
But then I would recoup the $4,600. So in the end, I'm gaining about $2,500.
Right.
All of this for $2,500. Also, we could lose. So then I have to pay the $4,600 and the $2,000 for the attorney.
Oh, that's a gamble.
What are the
It's-
odds, though?
It's hard to say. And
Yeah.
here's why I'm a little nervous, because I mean, it's a slam dunk that they're in breach of contract. But I don't know what kind of documentation or whatever they're going to try to pull out to not have to pay me
Right.
and say, oh, well, you didn't clearly document that you were getting water damage or whatever. Or they could somehow like say they pulled a permit in like mid-March. But again, that's too late. Like,
Right.
so I don't know. Like, I'm not 100% confident in like a judge being like, oh yes, this delay was their fault and that's why you had water damage, even though it is fully. I'm just a little worried that once it gets up to the top of a company like that, they're going to send in their big lawyers and I don't know what they'll say.
I wonder if
try
you
to-
can like reach out to the person that she interviewed on the news channel or on the story, because maybe people have reached out to them, because I'm wondering if there could be some sort of class action thing, because obviously if that guy's story is exactly like yours, that means there are countless others that have the exact same story. So if you all could get together,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something with that could happen. Vanessa said, Holly, that would be part of discovery. They would have to provide any and all documents before the end of the case would even happen. You could come to a settlement without going to court or trial.
We could, but that still involves me paying $2,000 to this lawyer. And then even if, like I said, even if we win, I'm getting basically $2,500
Right.
for it and having to go through this whole process. And it's tense. Like I've been through weirdly, I've had a lot of lawyers in like the past 10 years. Like it's a lot. And then also dealing with like court stuff. It's like a background stress
Right.
that maybe you don't think about because there's a lawyer handling it, but like it's in the background. Like we went through this when we had to do some court stuff with my fiance's daughter and his ex-wife 2 years ago. And it like basically ruined the better part of that year. Not like we didn't have good times, but like that was the overarching theme of that year, was just this bullshit in the background with court. So I don't fully know. And my fiance and I like have gone back and forth with this. He's like, well, why don't we do it ourselves? Like, why don't we small claims sue them ourselves? And I'm like, do you want to do all that? Because I'm sure, listen, there's nothing I can't fucking do. Okay. I'm sure I could find out how to sue someone in small claims court, but like, that's a lot of my time and energy on paperwork, Googling, how do I do all this stuff? And then
Or ChatGPT could be a good resource just to help you get it together. And then you could go in front of Judge Judy and then she would be the one to adjudicate you.
yeah, I am Judge
Can't.
Judy. So
What would you do if all of a sudden you were on Judge Judy?
I have 2 really good suits. Don't think I don't. I would march up in there in my really good suits. And I would be like, I do have, actually, I want to show you. I do have, this is one of the things I was most proud about. When I was first talking to the lawyer, they were like, I need you to tell me all the times that you tried to reach out to them. Ready?
Mhm.
So this is me saying
Oh,
every single interaction that I had with these fucking
Yeah.
people. I wrote down dates and times
Receipts.
and everything. And I
yes.
was like, boom.
We love the receipts. Yes.
But I don't know if it's all for naught. I'm tired of dealing with this fucking roof. Sorry, I'm swearing a lot today.
That's all right. My mom just blew the cap
Yeah.
off of how many
That's-
swear
yeah.
words we
I
normally
think
do.
we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, I just don't know. And so I'm seeing some of the comments, get the lawyer. Yes. Emily's like, well, ask for lawyer fees too, but they're not included. Like, it's not part of the contract I signed. I could ask for them, but then the judge might just be like, that's not part of anything. Sorry, you got to pay for your own lawyer. Like there's just so many variables that I don't know if I want to, all for like $2,500, y'all. Not that that's not a lot. It is a lot.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of my life, I don't know.
I mean, obviously it's going to be your decision, but I'm in that point in my life right now where I just get so aggravated when you pay businesses so much money to do a service and they don't.
Oh my God.
Like,
yes,
my mortgage company, I'm now on like a 3-year thing of like with escrow and all this stuff. And I'm just like, just do your fucking job. Like, if I didn't record commercials, I would get fired, or the advertiser would pull advertising money. Like, just do your job. So if I was in a position to sue someone, just because I feel like I would want the satisfaction to look them in the eyes and be like, tell me you fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you did.
Yeah, no, that's what my fiance said too. He's like, we can't let them get away with this. And I'm like, I know.
Stand on business, Holly.
I wouldn't mind. But then he got all, because he's like more of the financial belt tightener than I am. And so he's like, but $2,000? He's like, you do know at some point I want to marry you. I was like, yes. Yes. And he's like, that's going to cost money. And I'm like, yes, you're right. But then also, so he gets nervous about spending that much money on something that's not a sure bet. And I'm just like, I am like, maybe we should just pay the money, because I definitely don't want to do it myself. I do not want to go and act like my own, pro se lawyer over here. So I think I'd like to make a decision within the next week, just because I want it off my plate one way or the other. And I told the lawyer too, I was like, can I think about it? He's like, oh yeah, there's a 5-year statute of limitations on this type of thing. So take your time. So yeah, I just don't know, but that's where I'm at.
That's tough.
I had to think through the topic, but Amy Gordon said, my neighbor is suing me for a 20-year-old fridge that his friend gave me. The court thing is very exhausting.
Oh God.
That would be a good topic.
20-year fridge.
What's the most
so
ridiculous small claims court situation you've been through? Because like a lot, I have the TV on in here in the studio, and one of the channels, it ends up on Judge Judy or Judge Joe Brown, and the people that walk through there, I'm always like, what the fuck?
It shocked me. Speaking of court, really quick. So when we were going through a bunch of court stuff a few years ago, with like, just time sharing and things like that, I, of course, wore my 2 suits, right? I had so many people that were like, oh, are you a lawyer? And I was like, no. Like, I'm talking about people at the courthouse, like the security that have to wand you down. They're like, oh, you work here, you're a lawyer. I was like, no, but thank you. And even like regular people, they were like, oh, do you need to get somewhere? I'm like, no, but I was under the impression that we had to fucking dress up when you went to the court of law.
Not on Judge Judy, girl.
They have to have signs in the courthouse that you can't be chewing gum, you can't wear flip-flops, and you can't wear clothing with holes in them. And I'm like, what? Until I saw other people there. I was like, y'all,
people get
I would
married
be
in t-shirts.
so fucking embarrassed to show up in some of these outfits that these people showed up in court. And I was just like, do you know you're in a courthouse?
No
like,
decency.
I don't. And that goes along with the same line of why our business is not just doing what they're doing. Like, there's so many people that just don't give any Fs. And I even had that with the good solar company that is putting my panels on today, and my roofing company that I like. It's a good roofing company. I had to get between them. I ended up crying about this last week because there was like a miscommunication betwixt the two of them. And long story short, the roofing company had to pay the solar panel company because they threw out a bunch of equipment. So they had to pay for it back. I'm the one in the middle between the two companies. And I'm like, hey, they say you haven't paid them. They're like, no, we did. And I'm like, hey, they said they did pay you. For an entire day, I'm the fucking liaison between these people. And I had to basically push this guy to be like, I'm like, have you checked your mailbox lately? He's like, not really. And then he's like, oh, guess what? I did. I found it. But can you ask them? And I'm like, if y'all don't fucking do your jobs, like, I could not believe, I'm sitting there angry, crying in my kitchen because I'm like, why is all of this my job? I'm fucking paying both of you assholes. And I like them. I like them.
Right.
So I say that all to say it's
I
just
should save that.
shocking. You know, it's
Like it's like out of context.
I know.
She pointed at the both.
Sorry.
Do your
But-
job.
Yeah. So I just like, A, companies do your job, and B, if you have to go to court, look like you respect yourself. Okay, I'm done on my soapbox now.
Got it.
Kelvin.
I have that drama too that happened to me yesterday, but we're nearing the end. Do you want me to go for it?
Let's save it for Friday
Oh, save it.
because we have a meeting at 11:30.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's right.
That's
Okay.
Yes.
right.
We have a
Yeah.
meeting at 11:30, and I
Well,
still have a couple
it
of
had
minutes.
to do with small claims court. Funny enough. So,
Oh, good.
Oh, that's right. All right. So small claims court part 2.
yes. Oh yes.
Ooh.
It is very juicy, and I'll leave it at that.
Ooh,
Oh, good.
that's a good tease for Friday's podcast.
Yes.
Mm.
You know, it'd be fun, which I know she would never ever go for, but the judge that we do have, Judge
Oh,
Patterson, that
Yeah,
listens.
she's like a literal respectable judge. She's not Judge Judy.
No,
She's
but I would
respectable.
like love to have her on the show, like whenever she could, to adjudicate small claims things, and just to be like, all right, we have 2 people. Judge Patterson, using your judge abilities, you get to decide. And then she comes in with a gavel.
She wouldn't.
She would absolutely not do that.
She would. I don't even
No.
know if that's legally possible. Like, I don't know what kind of thing Judge Judy and what's his face, Judge Brown
Judge
have
Joe
going
Brown.
on. Joe Brown. I feel like that's special TV magic. Like the real judges, they would never want something coming back on them like that.
That would actually be interesting. Like, are those real cases that go before those TV judges?
I think they have to sign something because I really, having now been through a couple of different legal situations, I don't feel like that's standard. You know what I mean? Like, I
Right.
feel like they've had to sign TV NDA waivers of
Mhm.
some sort.
Hmm. Or I would just want Judge Patterson to come in with her gavel and just gavel me.
Yes. Yes.
I want to do
Yes.
it in a non-scary situation. I don't want to be actually in court.
Oh.
Kelvin, how can people find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram at Kelvin Live. You could also add me on PlayStation. Bussy Killer.
Oh,
The only
Bussy
thing
Killer
that's
site?
missing is you. So it's BSSY Killer. And we could play Marvel Rivals. We could play Fortnite with my Lady Gaga Chromatica skin.
Mm.
And Vanessa P said, those are real cases on the court TV shows, but the TV shows are reenactment of the real cases.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Girl, they find it for them actors, though.
I don't know. Like, questions.
Like, never mind.
No.
But would you, like, if I were an actor and they were like, we're looking for a chubby black guy to play the role, I would be like, I don't want to be an actor anymore.
Miguel, oh my gosh, your talent agent or whatever.
Oh, Holly,
Hmm?
where can people find you on social media?
Radio Holly on Instagram, also on TikTok. There you go.
Mine is at Miguel Fuller. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm starting to produce a lot of turning 40 content. So if you'd like to engage in that, please find me on social platforms and engage, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Boost my algorithm. All right. We will see you all on Friday with Kelvin's juicy small claim story.
Yeah.
Bye.